Hello, thanks for joining us again on the channel. I've been wanting to talk about this for ages, and now that a friend finally got one, we can dive into his experience. Quick note before we begin, there's a discount link in the description and the top comment if you want to check it out. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Starting things off, our first reviewer gives us their perspective.
This reviewer came to this particular monitor after a significant upgrade to their home computer. Having recently built a very powerful new machine, they felt their older, trusty display was no longer doing justice to the new hardware. Despite not being a gamer, this client wanted a screen that could take full advantage of their new video card and deliver a high-quality experience for general productivity and media consumption. After carefully measuring their workspace, they decided on a curved 32-inch screen and began their search for the right fit. Upon receiving this display, our reviewer admits to some initial setup hurdles. After letting it sit for a while, they misplaced the setup guide and had to figure things out on their own. The first challenge was locating the power button, which is tucked away on the back. More confusing was navigating the on-screen menu to adjust settings like brightness and contrast. It took some time to discover that the power button is not just a button, but also a multi-directional joystick. Once they figured that out, navigating the menus became incredibly intuitive and logical. They also noted that some menu options were initially unavailable, a problem they solved by making adjustments through their computer's video card control panel rather than on the monitor itself. Once everything was configured, this client was absolutely thrilled with the performance. They described the picture as beautifully bright and colorful, with an outstanding level of clarity. The most impressive moment came while watching an old black and white television show. For the first time ever, they saw perfect black and white, with no strange color tinge in the dark areas. From getting skin tones just right to the overall sharpness, this monitor has proven to be an excellent choice, delivering a truly premium visual experience that has left them completely satisfied.
Wonderful. Now, let's explore the feedback from our next reviewer.
This reviewer was pleasantly surprised by this gaming monitor. Getting a 1440p display for such a low price felt like a real steal. While it might have a slightly less premium feel due to its weight, it performs admirably, which is the most important thing. It even came with an HDMI cable, which is suitable for its 100 Hz refresh rate. A DisplayPort input is also available for those who prefer it, but you'll need to supply your own cable. Our reviewer had trouble finding reviews specific to this exact version of the monitor, but decided to take a chance anyway. It proved to be a worthwhile upgrade from their previous 1080p monitor. The bump in resolution is definitely noticeable, making games look better and text appear clearer. Even the Windows interface and programs seem optimized for this higher resolution. The jump from 75Hz to 100Hz was less dramatic, but still appreciated, especially given their preference for single-player games and a history of console gaming. This client also notes that the monitor accepts an HDR signal, though they haven't fully tested this feature yet, and it likely lacks full HDR certification at this price point. Windows does recognize it as a 10-bit monitor, which is a nice bonus. One potential drawback is the limited customization options for brightness and color. If you like to fine-tune these settings, this might not be the monitor for you. There are a handful of presets, but not much else. However, if you prefer simplicity, this could be a positive. The reviewer also mentioned that they had not encountered a 24/1440p monitor before, as they are more often 27 or larger. While initially missing the extra screen space, they quickly adjusted and now appreciate the size. It allows for a closer viewing distance and a more comfortable desk setup. They believe it would be a nice upgrade for anyone coming from a smaller monitor, although those switching from a larger one might need a week or two too.
Awesome. Let's hear what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer found this gaming monitor to be a mixed bag. Straight on, and especially when rendering vibrant games, it really shines. The colors are beautifully saturated, the brightness is excellent, and there was no discernible backlight bleed, which is always a plus. G-Sync compatibility was flawless too, making for a smooth gaming experience. The included stand also felt sturdy and well-made. However, it wasn't all sunshine and roses. This client's biggest issue was the way it handled darker colors. Blacks and dark grays had a noticeable green or emerald tint, which became quite bothersome when browsing dark mode websites or watching videos with poor lighting. Our reviewer found this particularly straining on the eyes, and after a month of trying to adjust, ultimately decided it wasn't a suitable daily monitor. The viewing angles also left something to be desired, as the same green hue appeared when viewed from even slightly off-center. Furthermore, the RGB LEDs on the back proved surprisingly limited. You're stuck with red, green, blue, or a crossfade effect, and it wasn't compatible with software like Signal RGB, so matching it to a specific color scheme is out of the question. While this reviewer feels like this monitor would have been a dream find a few years ago, the availability of more advanced screen technologies led to the decision to look for a superior model.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you next time.